Hema ma'am, we are going live now. You can start the session. Thank you. Ma'am, can you hear us? So just 2 more minutes. Hema ma'am is facing some technical issues. She will start in 2 more minutes. Ma'am, can you hear us?
Okay, good afternoon, teachers. Sorry to bother you on a working day in the afternoon. I know all of us have schools. This is regarding the syllabus which CBSE has just uh, given around 15 days back. And this is regarding class 10th and 12th both. They have given the new syllabus. The syllabus is not totally changed, but they have tried to rope in more practical this thing. They have tried and roped in more no code tools, because class 10th and even for class 12th, uh programming to that level, we can't be teaching them because we don't have that much of ample time. So they have tried and roped in many no code tools which they have included in all the activities. Now this webinar is regarding the class 10th book. So the 10th book is already there. It's already printed, and it's there in the market. Secondly, class 12th book will be out by another 10 days. And the teacher resource books, which we as Goyal always offer. So the teacher resource book is will also be there for you. Um, Apart from that, the practical books for classes 9th to 12th all will be coming, and all this you will get in another 15 to 20 days. So before the sessions start, in Delhi and some other parts, our 10th and 12th start somewhere in March 15th or 17th, 20th. uh, I don't know about the others, but it will be well before the new session starts. So you can have these books. Now, let's just start. Jitin, is there anyone who's trying to annotate? If
Ma'am, you can disable it from your
just
screen.
check, please.
You have
Okay.
to disable it
Sorry,
from there.
sorry. Yeah. So
And your screen is also
just
on the
one
first
sec.
slide.
Give me a second. I'll just.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the book which is there. As I was telling, many no-code tools like Orange data mining is touched upon in class 12th, in class 10th, and goes to a greater detail in class 12th. And of course, our chat GPT and everything else is also touched upon as activities. Okay, now, as you all know, most of you have been using our books, and the kind of format that our books have, uh, of course, the learning objectives, the chapter content, and apart from the chapter content, something else which is related to the chapter content but not exactly as this, and we would like the children to know about it. That is all covered in the did you know part. After the chapter ends, there's a recap. Specific terms to be remembered comes in key terms, and the exercises are the main you can say USP of our book, in the sense, we have tried to cover everything what the CBSE format, the CBSE question paper, uses. So let's okay. Before going on to the exercises, this is the new syllabus. So basically, some parts, as was mentioned here, it's shown. Most of the chapters, the theory portion is the same. We've tried to make some changes in that also, but concept wise the theory is almost the same. There is one chapter which has been added, which is statistical data. That's a totally new chapter. In computer vision, in natural language processing, as previously told to you, the practical portions have been added. So many activities, many no code tools have been added, and we've tried to cover that. In the very first chapter, there is something called ethical frameworks, which has been added. Python remains unchanged. Python is almost the same. So this is, the syllabus. As you can see, all the links which are given here in each chapter are the activities that CBSE would like us to do. And we've taken care of that, every activity which is mentioned here is covered in the chapter. So here, as you can see, okay, coming to the exercises part, which I was saying, it is, as you can see, there is a recap, there are key terms, and then we have the first part is the multiple choice questions types. We've tried to put in as many multiple choice questions as we can. Then assertion based reasoning questions, which are there in the CBSE question papers, sample papers. We've tried to put in those also in each chapter. And then, of course, answer the following. And then we have some scenario based questions, which, CBSE calls them competency based questions. So HOTS kind of questions, scenario based. Then there are various activities for, including some softwares, including some sites. And of course, we are trying to give, for extra knowledge, the Knowledge Hub has 2 or 3 websites where the students can go and visit the website for more information. There are some students who are really bright and they would like to know more. So it covers that. The experiential learning, we've tried to give you YouTube videos depending upon the topic concerned. Okay, coming to the I've just taken a screenshot of the book where we start with ethical frameworks. Like, as I said, I'm not covering the entire syllabus. It's only the changes that I will show you. So ethical frameworks is something which is we've talked about. Bioethics, as said. Then this is a case study for teachable machine. It's also covered in class 9th. Like, CBSE changed the 9th and 11th syllabus last year. So it's also covered in class 9th. But we've tried to revise that here also because it was mentioned in the class 10th syllabus too. Then this is the most important change that they have done, CBSE has done regarding the activities. This is a tool. As you can see clearly, it's a powerful, user-friendly, open source. That's the basic thing. So open source data mining and visualization tool. It is a very simple tool where, it's just with a drag. Many people of you would have used Scratch, so they don't know, they don't have to code at all. It is just the dragging of some widgets in place of sprites, and this thing here we call them as widgets. And they just drag it to the portion. Just with one drag, the database comes on the screen. If you link the database with a particular tool, I'll just show you if that is possible. Yes, here, see. So this is orange, and this is the kind of toolbox that they have. Uh, it's just, with a drag of the widget here and connection, as you can see this line, the connection of the widgets, you simply have your database here, you connect it with word cloud, your word cloud forms, you connect it with your bag of words, your bag of words form. As you can see on top here, we have a confusion matrix also here. So this is the confusion matrix. So it's very, very simple for the child. No coding is required. Of course, we learn Python, but to explain them these things, as you can see, this screenshot is a word cloud here, a confusion matrix here, and all these things are very, very simple. So this is the main change that they have brought here, orange data mining tool. 10th, as I showed you, 10th touches on around 2 to 3 times in the entire syllabus, but class 12th has an entire chapter based on that, where we use classification, we show how we classify. Computer vision project is also there. So I'll just show you that also. Okay, one more thing, as I told you, they have tried to touch on various other tools also apart from Orange. Here there's an example of Microsoft's Lobe.ai. That's also a website, free, easy to use tool that helps you to train machine learning models and save them. So just one screenshot here that I've posted. So this also is covered. Then small activities, which of course, which CBSE has mentioned in the syllabus, I've covered that. In addition to that also, I've tried my best to cover various activities which will be, the children will be doing that, and it makes the concept easier to understand. Okay. Okay. Then in the last, we have the practical and the project work. As always, part C has that. So suggested program list, whatever suggested program list CBSE has given. I've given all these here, of course, solved. And then we come on to the projects as discussed. So there are 3 projects. Of course, these are just sample projects. The children can do any project that they wish to. After they learn or Orange data mining tool, it will be very easy for them, especially the natural language processing part, as I showed you. There are 3 projects here. The Palmer penguin process, which is species this thing project, which is a part of the statistical data, the new unit, that is also given. That is not given in the book, but you have a QR code which you can scan and see the book. Second project, computer vision project, which is the coral bleaching project, which they have given. CBSE is given in chapter 10. There is the screenshot given here. And the natural language processing, there is a project which does the sentiment analysis. So that is also given, as you can see, some screenshots of the book. So that project is given here. And the last thing is, as usual in our books, there is an annexure which tries and covers things which are not covered in the actual book. So blockchain and Internet of Things is a part of the annexure, which is given here. And of course, the annexure continues in the QR code also, so you can visit that also. Yeah, Jitin.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, yeah, we can, ma'am, discuss, I think, more about the
Yeah,
changes.
so that's it. Anybody, if you would like to, say something or ask a question.
We will send you the link of the book.
Yeah, of course, as I showed you, the sample projects are there. The practical part is clearly given here. Uh, the practical part, everything which is covered in the CBSE syllabus is given to you, whether it's in the book or yes, teachable machine and orange, and of course activities, different activities in different chapters include different websites and other softwares also, if they had to be. Of course, orange and teachable machine, because it's mentioned in the CBSE syllabus, they've been given clearly. The content is the CBSE syllabus. The CBSE book, yeah, yes. So here, if you can see, this is a link which has been posted. This has the entire book as promised, the e-books for the teachers. So if you click on this link, you will get the entire book, entire e-book for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone else who wishes to ask something, you
We are
can put it on the
receiving a
chat.
query
I'll
in the
try to
chat
answer.
that what is the difference between the old syllabus and the new syllabus, ma'am?
The book link has already been posted here in the chat. Yeah, again, it has been posted. So please, if you can click here, you will get the ebook.
Ma'am, whether the Python to be tested on theory part or only the practical
Good evening,
part?
Aarti. Yeah, not much change in theory. A few chapters, as I said, statistical data is an entire new unit which they have come up with. And in the first chapter, the AI project cycle, computer vision, and natural language processing are places where a few bits of theory have been changed. Python is exactly the same. So not much change in theory apart from that statistical data chapter which has come in. But practical, many things have changed, because apparently the feedback given to CBSE was that the children, they would like to see, theory mein AI padna is okay, but they want to see things working. Like when we are talking about natural language processing, when we were talking about corpus, we were talking about bag of words and everything. So they wanted to see how it happens. So that is why, yeah, of course, the answer key teacher resource book will also be there in another week's time. So everything that we always give, we give a teacher's resource book that will be there for 10th and 12th both, and a practical book separately will also be there,
Ma'am,
which
will
will
you be
have
sharing
more
this?
kind of softwares which we
Okay.
couldn't touch upon here because of the limitation of CBSE. We'll try to put that in the practical book.
Yes, ma'am. Are you able to hear us, Hema, ma'am? I think ma'am is not able to hear us. Shalini, ma'am, you have some query you can ask.
Anything else which you would
It
like to
it's
have?
it's just I want to say that
No, part
can
A, there
you
is no
mail
change
this
at
book to
all.
me?
The employability
Yeah,
skills
ma'am, we will
part
send it to
remains
you
the
on mail
same.
also.
Exactly the
Okay.
same
Thank you.
in
Thank you.
class 10th as well as 12th. Only the part B and, yeah, that is touched upon. Employability skills remain the same. The answer key is not yet out. It will be out, so we can share then. The teacher resource book, which we call, which is like an answer key for the exercises, will be there by another 10 to 15 days. So you can see it then. No link for the practical book as yet. Practical book will be coming up. So everything which we have promised will be there till maximum, end of Feb. You will get everything.
So I have a Python will question, be, ma'am. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
that remains the scheme. The scheme of examination, 50 practical, 50 theory, remains exactly the same. No change in
Ma'am,
that.
ma'am, I
Uh,
want to ask one thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Please go ahead.
will Python be the part of theory also? Because
Any other doubts? You
this
can
time
put
Python
it
is
up on the
not the part
chat
of
and I can try and
theory.
answer them.
It was all only there for practical purpose. So is it same in new session?
Yes, Python is a part of, okay, what you're asking about is Python, if it's a part of, some portions are, it's clearly mentioned in the syllabus, if you can see, whether it is, whether it will be only,
Because in the current
let me
session, it
just
was
show
only there
one
in
sec.
practical. It was written.
Whether it will be totally in the practical part, whether it will be tested in the practical part, or it will be tested in the
समीक्षा
theory part.
सर्टिफिकेट
So
फॉर्म आ रहा है
as you
तो क्या
can
करूँ,
see
ओपन लिंक
here,
करूँ कि कॉपी लिंक? हाँ, कॉपी लिंक.
so as you can see here, the practical part is separate here, but as you can see, advanced Python, to be assessed through practical zone only. So in the theory exam, it will not be there, that particular portion. But of course, in the practical, the project, the practical, the Viva, everything will be there. So the syllabus, if you can see, it's clearly mentioned whether which part is, so computer vision, natural language processing, unit 6, which they are talking about, as they've clearly mentioned, to be assessed through theory, and unit 7, natural language processing, to be assessed through practicals. So they've made a clear division. Yeah, mostly they've tried to put in, but there is a clear division.
I have a question, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Please ask.
Yeah. So basically, in this current year, in the month of December only, it is also updated that, class 9th syllabus also updated of AI. So that has been
Yeah,
implemented in some.
stats, of course, yes, as I can show you. Stats is also through practical zone, so in the practical part, because could you
Yeah.
just one sec,
LP,
please?
ma'am, I think there is some communication error. Just hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
Just give me a second.
Yeah, ma'am, can you hear us now? Hema, ma'am. Ma'am, can you
Yes,
hear us
yes,
now?
yes, I can hear you. I'm sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
Yes, ma'am. There was some problem. So, yes, Shilpi, ma'am, you can ask your doubt.
Yes, Hema ma'am, I have a question that in mid of the session of this academic year,
Yeah.
class 9th syllabus is updated, right? And like I have implemented in my school for the B part. So, but now, as we are following this Goyal Prakashan book, and I'm finding that portions to be really lengthy in the terms of, the B part, which is, in the white book, which is, the supplement book issued. So, is there any way, because the exams are near about to come and still some portions are left, correct? So, how I can, cover up quickly, because 2 to 3 chapters are still left, and this updation happened in the month of December, right?
Yeah, it
So,
happened in the month of December. Yes, true.
so how can I cope up with my, this lengthy portion of the
No, but
syllabus so that,
it happened last year, na?
no, this year, the updated portion of class 9th.
What are the updated portions which you're talking about?
The one which is, updated for the class 10th also,
Okay, okay.
those portion of part B, the
Uh,
part B.
can you just let me know the chapters as such?
Yes, Like the
Or if
chapters
you can
basically.
connect with me on a personal chat, that will be better. If
Yes, yes.
that's possible.
Yes, yes, of course. If I get the chance, it will be great, ma'am, because I
Yeah,
really
of
need
course, of
help in
course.
that.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Yeah,
Ma'am, I just need your suggestion that
yeah.
in the change of this curriculum, what do you suggest that we as a teacher should prepare ourselves for this new session with this
Mhm.
change of syllabus?
See, as such, as I told you, there is minor changes in the theory part. The statistical part also, which is there, is done through practicals only. So what you'll have to do basically as a school is devote more time to the practical part, So
Ma'am, there is a bit of challenge regarding number of periods we take in
yeah,
a
I can
week.
understand that. Yeah.
And another thing is, which I can see in class 10, Python is taken very deeply. So that
Mm.
deep think is
Mm.
not possible because of the constraint of the number of periods which are given to us.
But
So
Python, it continues from class ninth.
yeah, but in
Yeah.
class ninth is also matlab, if we say the entire Python is covered which we are teaching in class 11th
Mm.
and 12th. Even
Yeah, true, true.
pandas are not there in 11th and 12th, but still in 10th we have that also.
Yes.
So don't you think it's too much into deep in comparison to the skill subject? And over there in 11, 12, it is taken as a main subject. So that huge variation is there in the
See,
mindset of, yeah,
I know. I can understand what you're saying is absolutely right. But as a teacher and as an author, I would love is to be actually, I feel it should be a proper subject, a main subject.
yes,
Uh,
yes, yes,
I truly understand that because the kind of skill set which are
yeah,
required,
yeah.
should be there because now they've included stats in 10th,
Yeah, because
included.
according to the syllabus and all that change in ninth and 10th, it totally in the mind of CBSE as it is a main subject. But in the mind and the curriculum, that is a skill subject. Students are taking it as an additional one so that
Mm,
they can improve their percentage. So
okay.
don't you think having so much deep into practical, but everything into deep, it's like either it should be a main subject, then we can increase the number of periods also. So for this thing, I find
See,
the number
yeah,
of,
we would like to. We are, we're trying to make this subject as a main subject because AI, as you all know, is the in
yeah,
thing now. So,
yes,
students, every student has the right to, know about
know
these.
about it. Yes.
And there are some schools which have covered AI in the middle school also. So, like the children are using AI in everything that they have, whether smartphones, whether everything. So I feel apart from computer science and IP, AI also should be a main subject which is
Yeah.
there. But as of
Yes.
now, what we can do at our ends is you know uh, maybe I really don't know how many periods or like that you have give
Or can you just provide few key points which we should as a teacher we should keep in mind so that we can cover up our
I
practical
will
part.
try and do that in the teacher resource book that you will get,
Okay,
kind of
okay.
a small brief lesson plan kind of a thing.
Oh,
I'll
yeah, yeah,
try my best to do that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
most welcome. You're most welcome. Yeah. Any other doubts?
Thank
uh,
you, ma'am.
video links, you can go on to merit box which is there as a part of Goyal. And of course, as you know, at the end of each chapter I've given you certain videos which are of course not Goyal's videos, but there are videos which talk about the concept in the chapter in a great detail, in a very simplified language. Few videos which have included are in Hindi also, are in English also. So the children and the teachers are free to use those. Practice worksheet and sample paper. Of course, sample papers we are waiting for CBSE. As soon as they give us, we'll provide the model test papers also, apart from the sample paper, the model test papers that we always give. And sample worksheets, as I have shown you, each of the chapter here, each of the chapter in the book has around 3-4 pages of intense exercises. And as a part of the teacher resource book, every one of you, the teachers who who get these ebooks will be getting the teacher resource books also, but of course not right now, another 10-15 days. And so you can always have all the answers with you beforehand. I don't think so, but it depends on CBSE, because there is not such in 9th and 11th. We had a change, good amount of change. 10th and 12th they haven't changed much. It's just the practical portions that they have incorporated. So the teacher resource book is still not out. So as soon as it's out, the publishers will be approaching you, and you can have that. I'm sorry, no practical training as such, but if you go through the book, it has enough resources for you to go and see. As I told you, teachable machine was already covered in detail in my class 9th book, so I don't think so you would need any help in teachable resource book. But orange data mining tool, which is there, I will try and put some more projects in the teacher resource book, with all the screenshots and everything, so that you can do it. Of course, I can share that with you. Lesson plans are not available as of now, but I'll try and include a few in the teacher resource book. The book is out. The rest of the things associated with the book, the practical part of the book, the teacher resource book, everything will be there within the next 15 to 20 days. Yeah. I can share my mail ID with you, and just a sec. Any queries? You can just mail here. The book, the ebook link is again given here, so all of you can download from here. I'm sorry. I have misspelled my own this thing. One sec, just one sec. It's DH. So this is my correct this thing. Yeah. Any other person who would like to, and I really liked that question, which was posed, that the kind of syllabus it has, it should not be a skill subject. It should be considered a main subject. So, yes, teachers, anything else that you would like to get clarified as far as the book is concerned?
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am, I have a question. Small
Yes, sir.
question. Can you have ebook for class 9th also?
That will be Jitin, if you can answer that,
Yes,
please.
ma'am, we will share it, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir.
Where, sir?
So that will be done. That will be done. So the teachers can have that. Yeah. Any other questions? And as I told you, okay, Jitin, if you can just put in the link again. There is a teacher who's asking. The practical book will be out. I'm working on that. It will be out soon. Okay, my ID, my mail, and the link, please, again for some teachers. Yeah, class 12. So I was, I'm working on that, and within the next 10 days, I think so, max. Maybe before that also, the 12th book will also be out. I'm right now working on that, so it will be out in another 10 days. 12th, they have added few theory portions also. So, and the same thing with 10th, you will have a teacher resource book, you will have a practical book with a few more projects. The projects which are given, sample projects which are given by the CBSE will be given in the book itself. More projects, if any, will be included in the practical portion. There is no WhatsApp group as such here for this, but yeah, so no project book as such. The practical book will have everything. I'll try and include more projects in that. So each chapter, there are a few portions which are clearly demarcated as to be included in the theory, and few which are done only for practicals. No link for class 12th as such. As I said, I'm working on that. In another 5-10 days, that will be out. So, of course, then you can take that. You're most welcome, Deepa. Anybody else who would like to ask anything? Okay, so here they've shared a link for the WhatsApp group also. So you can be a part of the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, Nidhi. Thank you. Thank you, Alka. So as you can see, there is a link for the WhatsApp group also being posted here. If you wish to, you're most welcome, Shilpa. You can just you can be a part of this group. And of course, it's good that we have a group where, all teachers are there, all educators are there, and we can, kind of share each other's experiences. Maybe, somebody, see, AI is such a subject, even for that matter, computers as such. But AI to बहुत जल्दी change हो रहा है, each day you get new websites, each day you get new kind of no code tools and everything. So if anybody comes across a new website, a new thing, we can of course share it amongst ourselves and then educate our children based on that. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Anybody else who has a doubt? Any other doubt? Anything which you want to get clarified? You're most welcome, Piyush. Yes, of course, it's demand. It's a demand. That's true. And the kind of subject which is there, this AI, of course, if you're starting it in class 6, class 5, 4 also, nowadays you get a chapter, at least one chapter of AI in that. Robotics, robotics is something which is not as yet touched in CBSE, but ICSE syllabus has robotics as well as AI. So they have made it an equal thing, kind of, robotics and AI both included in one. You're most welcome. Any possibility of making AI as a main subject? As I said, I would love to do that. And that's actually a requirement also, because as rightly said by the teacher, the kind of syllabus, the kind of skill set which they are expecting from the children should be from the mainstream children also. So we'll be trying our best, and I think so. CBSE will be kind of doing it by maybe the next session. Hoping so. Most welcome, Pramodji. Most welcome. I hope everyone has been able to join that WhatsApp group. Not as such, there is a this thing which we had. I'll just display it. If you can take a screenshot, we had posted this. This is kind of sums everything. What all changes have been made. As I said, statistical data. Please send the WhatsApp link again. Some teachers would like to see that again. So this sums up everything about the new syllabus. So not much change in the theory, apart from that unit 4 statistical data which we are talking about, but that also is covered in the practical portion. So as I had shown the syllabus clearly, last time it was a problem. So CBSE has this time clearly demarcated what is to be considered in theory, what is to be considered in the practical. And I've tried to, as I said, I've tried to include many more activities. Of course, I've included those which have been mentioned in CBSE syllabus. But apart from that, also I've tried to include many more activities so as to make the learning very interesting for the children. Yeah, I don't think so. Does anybody else have any kind of doubts? Class 9 AI ebook will be shared with you. External examiner. I didn't understand the question. External examiner. Okay. Okay, sure. So class 9th and 11th ebook link, if that can be shared.
Share in WhatsApp group, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. How many hours? See, it depends on school to school. If it's a skill subject, many schools offer just 2 periods per week. Some offer even 4. So it just depends on the teacher and the school. No, class 10th, no. The same as goes with everything. We have external examiner in class 12.
All right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for clearing all the doubts of teachers.
Thank you.
Yeah, with this, we will end the session for today. And for 12th class session, I think, ma'am, we will have a session once again.
Okay. Okay.
So I would like to thank all the teachers who were present here. And special thanks to Hema ma'am for conducting this webinar.